Hello friends, welcome to Wink Eyes. Today I'll be going to talk about the Lambda authorizer. So usually authorization and authentication uh, we should not use in the service layers because it is very difficult to manage, first thing. Second, like we need to adopt in all the some microservices whichever we are developing. Suppose we have multiple service, like we have time here, and there will be another department service or some customer service, any services we have there. Everywhere we have to add this authorization and authentication every time. So to avoid that, we can provide in this authorization and authentication in the API gateway level. That is actually best practice to handle. Usually service, it should do its own single responsibility level. It should do its own work. That's it. Other than that, you should not worry about who is calling me or whether he is authorized to do that one or not. To do that, we need to use a Lambda authorizer for API gateway. So as in the diagram it shows, so whenever the request comes to the API will call the Lambda authorizer and it will authenticate with one of the service. Here I have developed my own JWT authentication service, which will accepts input token, and it will validate the token, and if the token is valid, it will give response back with the true, and later the flow continues to the time service. This is the flow, and as I was developing this, I saw, like, we can able to do this Lambda authorizer with only two scripting language. One is Python and another is JS. I took JS because somewhat I know a little bit of JS code. Python I'm not aware of, and I wrote that one. Yeah, so let's get into the demo, and I'm starting with the services whatever I have. Okay, let's start. Okay, let me show you the those two services which is running. One is auth, yes, which is auth service, where it will authenticate my token, and time service is the service where it will provide the current time of that one. It's a get call we have in that one. So if you see the ALB, let me show through the ALB. Let me copy and paste this one here. It's colon 8083 port /time/today. So it will give today's time, and this is the endpoint which is need to be routed from the API gateway, and it also need to be authenticated, not authorized, authenticated before hitting this endpoint. So before that, let me go through the Lambda first. Let's create one function, Lambda function, and let me give its auth Lambda. And I have seen in the documents, and what I know is Node.js and the Python are the two ways we can able to create this authorization lambdas. With Java and all, normal lambdas can be created, but authorized lambda can be created only through Python or Node.js. And I got that documentation also like that only. So I picked up JS. I don't know about Python, and JS also very less information I have. I'm not so good in coding in JS. So I used normal functions to call the APIs for authorization and all. If you people know any good frameworks, like in Node.js only we can have await or you can use some other frameworks which able to manage to call APIs in a proper way, because mostly it will work with callback functions. So I'll take Node.js and a simple plain JavaScript code. Let me create this function first, and let me copy the function. So I'll copy paste this particular piece of code, and I'll walk you through once that our setup is done. It will be a simple piece of code. So lambda, let me put, so initially it will be having hello lambda with a basic default string to show it is working properly. So we can test it here only, like test, give some dummy and event test. So test again. Yes, see here, hello lambda, it is printing. So we want our code, so I'll copy paste this code and save it. That's it. So this lambda is ready for us. This is authorization lambda. Now let's go to API gateway. Let's create an API which is normal REST. Okay. I'll take a new one. So it's my demo API. Let me create. So since it's a get call we need to do, I'll take method get, and I'll route to the ALB which I have. This is the ALB URL. I'll save it. Okay. Once we have done with that, let's go to authorizer. Let me create a new authorizer. It's like authenticate auth or the custom authorizer. So this is a lambda, not a cognito, and we have to put the lambda function, so it will automatically populate whichever lambdas we have. So this auth lambda is the one which we have created for that, and I'll go for the request type, and I need a header. So usually header need to be I'll take authorizer. So I have service written such a way that any request with the bearer token with a header key as authorizer should pass through. And I'll not enable this caching because it will mislead in the initial setup whether the data is properly coming or not. Sometimes it will cache and it will throw. Later also we can able to enable this particular authorization cache. But it is really helpful because every time whenever the same request is coming up, it will give the response without going to the server. We create. So yeah, authorizer is created. We can test it also. Before that, let me show you how to create an authorized token. So I have a curl command with me. So I have a username and password as the test one as the input parameter for the authorized service. So this is my authorized authenticating server which has been developed for JWT. Okay, let me copy this curl. Okay, so here we can see we got the token. This is JWT token. So I copied, and let me test with this one. I need to initially put bearer for this one. Bearer test. Yes, we got 200 response. So our authorizer is working perfectly. Okay, now since authorizer is set up, now let's go back to get and see whether it will come there or not. Usually it will take time. This authorizer name need to be available in this particular drop down. Most of the time it will come very slowly. It hasn't come yet. Meanwhile, I'll put the header also. This is authorizer which I want to. So I make sure, like I'm making this one as a required field so that they have to pass through this one. The header should be their authorizer. And here we have to deploy this get path. So deploy, we have to provide the stage name. For me, dev, cert, or stage, prod. These are the different environments we can able to deploy the code. For me, I make it as a dev, this environment as dev, developing environment. Okay, so this is the endpoint which is an API endpoint which is exposed to the internet. As I said in the initial diagram, this is the endpoint internet will be hitting to get that particular service. I'll copy this one. I'll construct that particular curl command in meanwhile. So this is my endpoint, and I should have an authorization bearer token, the token name. Let me copy that newly created token. Okay, let's see whether it has come back, because I have noticed it will take little bit of time to populate in the drop down that particular authorizer, custom authorizer lambda. I think we need to wait for a few minutes. We'll come back once it is available. Okay. Okay, so I went for a tea break for more than 5 minutes. I think now this lambda authorizer would have came now. Yes, I could see. And I added it also before it come. So here you can see that lambda authorizer is available. We'll add this one. So initially before I resume my recording, I tested it, so it was coming, so I added that time. So let me show you again. It is the same lambda which we have created, which we need to add it. And I don't know why AWS take time when we create a authorizer, and it should appear here. I think it is also a event driven pattern they are using, and it will take time to appear these values here. So I'll select this one and redeploy it. I'll make it show this one for dev environment. Okay, and yeah, before going to demo, let me show that particular JavaScript code which was copy pasted, and let me explain that one. So usually the the event starts with one asynchronous call. So we have a parameter event, context, and callback. So I am taking here authorizer, one of the header, and since it is coming from the bearer and the token, so I am splitting that value and taking only the token. And in my validate service, I am adding that in the path variable, and this is my authentication service where it will take this URL and the validator as a path and token as a path variable, and it will execute. So if it is true, then you continue allow me, otherwise it is unauthorized. So usually when you make me allow, so this particular generate policy is very much needed for that one. So this policy we have to send back along with the response, then only it will able to identify whether it is happened or not happened. I'll paste this code in GitHub, and I'll add the GitHub URL along with this video. Okay, and let's go back to the Postman to test whether it is working or not. Now let us test this the authentication. So we will call again the same token generator. This is a JWT token. So I'll take this token along with me, and I have the same server. I can show you again. Yeah, so this is the endpoint VD1Y6. Okay, this is the endpoint. This is the endpoint to API gateway, and I'll paste the token here. Very much clear on the token. Okay, I taken the token. Now I'll do send. Yes, so it has passed through. I got 200 response back. So token is working fine. So I'll do some mischief for my token because I don't want to pass a proper token. Yes, unauthorized. So since token is not proper, it will give like that. So if you remove the authorization to a header also, it will provide the same results. 401 unauthorized. Hope you all got what I want to say. This Lambda authorizer, I really felt it is very tricky to do it. Sometimes it won't work properly as on time. As I said initially, when I added a authorizer, it took time to come into the drop down to select that one. I took hours where it went wrong. So we need to be patient on AWS sometimes, because the value won't come immediately whenever we want, whenever we do some updates and all. We need to be patient on that one. Well, I think that's it for my demo. Hope you like it. If you like it, just press the like button. Please subscribe to my channel for the further updates. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.